A bizarre end for one Seattle high school football team. The team forfeits after their coach disagrees with a ref's call. The Garfield Bulldogs were already down 14-0 when they fumbled the ball. The referees on the field ruled the other team recovered the ball, but the Bulldogs coach disagreed and pulled his team from the field. Officials were forced to call the game. Now the coach has been put on administrative leave. By the way, this was his first game. What do you think about this? Should the coach have handled the situation differently? And what kind of example does this set for his players?
It's setting him up for just to spend a professional career of going, I didn't get my way.
Yeah.
So let's
Stop
walk
my
out.
feet and walk off.
I mean, what in the world? You know, it's one thing to disagree with the refs. So we talk about this all the time. It happens in professional sports all the time. You don't walk off. I mean, and you're teaching high school players that it's okay to pout and get your way.
Well, and I understand that the stuff like this has happened in the past, but this is the first game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even like something had time to build where he just lost it. This is the first game. What a horrible way to start the season for those kids. I wonder what's going to happen from here.
Setting an example of poor sportsmanship.
Absolutely. Let's get to what you guys are saying on Facebook.
Denise Magic writes, there is going to be bad calls in all sports. By trying to prove a point, the coach not only hurt his team, but the other team who did not get to play.
Yeah, as Socorro Martinez writes, the coach should be fired. He set a very bad example by walking off.
Caleb Fisher writes, get over it. It's just a game.
And Brandy Sanchez writes, it is high school football. It's just a game, and it's not that serious. I don't know if the coach did the right thing, but whatever happened must have been pretty bad for him to walk away. His team did not even return. That is a big statement when the team won't return, even without the coach. I don't think we are getting the whole story.
Yeah, Ellie Rakoff writes, I keep hearing that high school sports is supposed to build character. How? By showing kids how not to act?
Richard Mejia writes, never quit a game. Be a man and just accept the calls the refs make, even though the refs do mess up most of the time. Now other teams see this coach and team as weak.
Shirley Jones says the coach was about his ego only, not what is best for the children on his team.
It is high school football, Brandy Sanchez writes. It's just a game and it's not that serious. I just don't know if the coach did the right thing.
Diane Browse says all the coach did was show his team how to display poor sportsmanship.
You know, it's one of those situations, again, where you have a lot of explaining to do in that locker room as a coach to say, this was such a bad call, we're going to walk off, versus saying, you know what, let's be the better team here and go back out there, even though everyone in the stands knows that it was not a fumble recovery. We know the truth, and we're going to walk out with our heads held high.
Well, this is what Leslie Jones writes. She says, if you can't be a good influence, be a bad example. That way everyone learns something from your actions. His team knows he was wrong, and I bet none of them make this kind of choice later in life.
Let's hope. Let's hope. All right.